Yep, it's that time. You know what it is. It's Seattle Connected, the show that connects you with entrepreneurs, business people, movers and shakers in our community. We connect you with them before they become household names, which we know they soon will be. With that said, yes, today's guest, she is a writer, an inspirer. She puts her thoughts into motion. She knows how to be creative with a pen, say what a lot of us are thinking, but maybe scared to say. She does it with such ease and such professionalism. And she's a pretty good driver, I heard. But she is a cool person, down to earth, entrepreneurial spirit since birth. And she's my guest today. Please welcome the talented, wonderful Tigest Beyene. Is that wait. Beyene?
Beyene. Yeah.
Beyene. Mm-hmm. Almost like BNA.
Yeah, like DNA.
Yeah, but Beyene.
Mm-hmm.
Tigest.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking time out your busy schedule. I know we've been planning this for a while, but you're here, man. I'm excited. This is going to be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's up, Tigest?
What's
are
up?
You transplant? Are you from Washington or?
Yeah. Raised here in Washington.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Seattle.
What part?
Mm-hmm.
Seattle?
Yeah. Grew up in like Rainier Vista area. Like
Okay.
South. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you only child or?
No, I'm not.
She said it like she was sad or depressed. Like, no, I'm not.
No, there's total of 8.
One more time?
8.
8.
But like there's step siblings, but we don't say that because we were like raised all in like a blended family in the house. So there's 8 of us.
So you always had someone to play with?
Well, yeah, but I also was like, not the easy child. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. She said I wasn't the easy child, right?
I would tell the older one, let's go.
So are you the baby?
No. There's 3 under me.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Nice.
baby is actually 18 in first year in college, finished college. First
Okay,
year.
that's
Yeah.
what's up. Hey, shout them out real quick.
Yeah. Yaros. Congratulations.
Yeah, that's what's up. So
Mm-hmm.
Tigest, I mean, let's get to it, sister. How did you get into writing? Like, I want you to go back. Just tell me, like, was this something that you've done since like middle school or high school, or were you always like a storyteller, or?
I used to like remember me like writing like stuff in like my paper, like a notebook at home and stuff. I used to like poetry. I loved poetry. And I remember in 4th grade we had to do like a poetry book, and like I made one, and then you had to like submit it to your teacher, and then they'll read it and stuff. So I liked it.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad experience with that. And then I think I just always wanted to like write. Like my dream was, you're gonna laugh, so don't judge. But
Okay, no judgment here.
I always wanted to like
judgment.
write like from that show Living Single.
Yes.
And
That was a
Khadijah was
classic show.
like, oh, of course you know. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Why did I
Yeah,
say
the
that?
newspaper,
So
Flavor magazine.
right, yeah.
Come
So I
on.
always wanted to like have my own magazine.
Okay.
Yeah, my own flavor. So I
That's
always
what's
liked
up.
that, and like I always was into it. I just didn't really like tap in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. But it took some time, and you start kind of
Yeah.
working through those steps to, I guess, not just become a better writer, but see ways that you could get your art out there, right?
Yeah.
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 So now when you put something together, are you more formulating from your own ideas and experiences, or just whatever comes to mind, whether it's something that you've witnessed from someone else or something that you just said, you know what, that'd be cool to write about? Like, how do you go about that? Because I know there's so many ways to do that. Like I write and I do music. You can check for that on Spotify and Apple, all streaming platforms right now. But yeah, so how do you go about that? How do you get in the zone?
It takes me a minute because like I get really nervous.
Really?
Right? Yeah, it's weird. I know.
What?
Yeah, I get like really nervous when I'm
Tigest
about
Beyene? Tigest Beyene coming soon. The bookstore.
Is that what you're gonna say every?
Yeah, just so they make sure they remember your name.
Right. Thank
Yeah.
you. I appreciate
You
that.
start selling all those books.
Listen, I get like really nervous, but usually everything I write, it's a personal experience. And I just put a little twist to it, so it won't be too much out there, you know, especially if people are involved and stuff. So I take my time. I do. It took, like, this one took years to even get
Which
this
one are we
book out.
talking
My
about?
first book.
What's it called?
Love, Sex, and Sorrow.
One more time.
On Amazon.
One more time. Love, Sex, and Sorrow.
Yeah.
Sounds salacious. Love, Sex, and
It's a
Sorrow.
true story.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long did it take for you to get it published, as far as from when you started the book to when it became available for the consumers?
So I had the story for about like 5 to 6 years. Just sitting there on Word Doc in my laptop. So it took about a total, after me writing it, I just really was like, okay, now I'm going to make this into a book. It actually was like a journal. I'll just talk about stories, things I went through, and then I made it into a book with different titles that I felt that it was, that will be like relevant to the stories I'm telling in there. And it was based on a true story. So. Okay. Do you ever find yourself collaborating with other writers, or you kind of like to do your own thing? No, I want to. I want so bad. That's like my next thing. That, and I want to do a documentary. I want to write some music. I've done that before for like certain people, like just like some lyrics here and there. Like, what do you think about this? I've done that before. Okay. Not that long ago. I just don't really like present it out there like, hey, I did this. You know. Okay, you like to play the background more. Yeah. Okay, that's what's up. Now, what's the, I guess you would say, since you've been writing professionally, what's the most flattering thing that someone has said, or maybe someone you didn't even know was paying attention or a fan, and they said, oh, I love this about your book, or I love this about what you did? I think that I was just being real, and I was talking like I was one of their friends that they could just have like a drink with or coffee. Yeah. So a lot of times they would tell me like, oh, I really enjoy reading it. It was funny, but you kept it real. I was being honest. So I really like that, because I just want to like have people read books that, like, you know, that you could relate to, and that you could also, it's easy to read. Right. You know, because I wasn't a big reader until like a couple years ago. Really? Yeah. Huh. I wasn't. Like, I would read, but it had to be something like real. Yeah. 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 Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah. Now, when it comes to your writing, do you ever feel like you have to pull back and censor yourself or edit things, say, I can't say that, or I can't take it there, or this and that, or you're just a free spirit and you're like, I just got to be me? No, I'm definitely not a free spirit when it comes. No, okay. I had to pull back. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Hear that from the family, like, girl. Yeah. Tigest, come on. I didn't raise you like that. Yeah. It was pretty much that exact same thing. All right. Yeah. I didn't know this happened to you. Yes. Kind of like that. Yeah. Or I didn't know you felt like that. And then I had to like change names, you know, and then there's certain stories in there. I didn't even think it was legal. I could really say it. So I was like, hold on. Yeah. You said, but I didn't know I could say that. So I had to, you know, rearrange people's characters. Gotcha. But if you really know, like, right, then you will know who's who. Right. Like that. Okay. So why don't you tell us about your book? Come on. Give us the juice. One more time, what's the title? Love, Sex, and Sorrow. Love, Sex, and Sorrow. Yeah. So just give us a little taste without giving us too much. Okay. So it's actually going to be 10 years now. I was shot by my ex-fiance, and it got to like, you know, all over the news, and I pretty much told the whole story of like how we met and how we, you know, there's a lot of issues, right, that just, you know, some people don't agree with when you're with somebody, you know, but when you're in your early 20s and you're young, you don't know, you just be like, okay, whatever. Yeah. So I pretty much tell the story of how him and I met. I have characters in there that are my good friends, that still are my good friends. Then I talk about me being a single mom at a young age. I have soon to be a 16-year-old. So I talk about that and being raised by African parents and just living in Seattle. Yeah. So it just talks about the whole story. And the first chapter is me waking up at the hospital. And I go backwards pretty much. Yeah.
Explain how you got there.
How I got there. What happened. Yeah.
That's dope. And I like how you mentioned that it was, based on your own story.
Yeah.
And usually if it's coming from the heart, it's going to reach someone else's heart. Like it's honest, and you just don't know how many people out there will say, I was in a similar situation, or even if they gain strength from your story and say, you know what, that inspired me to make some changes, or really look at my relationship a lot deeper and see what's healthy for me and not healthy. And
yes,
that's always cool. So who were your favorite writers growing up, or did you have? Well, you said you didn't read that much, right?
I read like The Coldest Winter Ever.
Okay,
that's like my favorite book to this day. I don't care. Midnight, what's up?
Yeah. Okay, that's
like one of my, but right now I'm actually in a book club, and we're reading the shout out to my book club, reading Viola Davis. That's a good one. Yeah, because she talks like the homie. Yeah. Like that's just your friend. You just, and she's talking about her life. Yeah. So that's something. Truth. Yeah. That her story is remarkable. I didn't think all that. Yeah. But yeah, so I just like whatever is like real, you know?
Yeah, just real. How
I can't do the whole, like when people was like reading that whole Harry Potter. I mean, I like the movie, don't get me wrong.
I know what you're saying. It's just
but I can't sit there and you talking about wizards and shit. Yeah.
You're like,
no, but I watched the movie.
But you'll watch the movie. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Some things are better to see than kind of read. And,
yeah.
Now, I asked one of my other guests who was a writer. Shout out to Jeff.
Oh, Cheatham. Jeff.
What's up?
Yeah.
Are you more of a digital reader, or are you old school? You gotta have a book.
I like the book.
Yeah, me
I
too.
can't do that. I can't. I already wear glasses. I'm good. I'm blind.
Okay.
So
no. Well, that's not okay, but
but
blind.
We
yeah. So Tigist, I got a question for you. How do you feel about, or if you have thoughts about, the literature that's in the schools right now? How it's like everything is being censored, where it's like there's some stuff that's totally racist, and it's been around, since our grandparents were in school, and those books are allowed. But then there's some books that are coming from, today's stories and today's world, and it's like, nah, cancel it, get it out of here. Or some of those books only want to show a certain type of hero or a person, as and kind of want to sweep under the rug other people's contributions that have been made to this country, which is so important. Like, how do you feel? Like, do you think there's more work that can be done as far as like?
Absolutely. And I feel like with the school system, they don't want to listen to the community, so it's like, it's really hard to have, like, it's very like swept under the rug.
Right.
Like, even if they talk about slavery, it's not, it's not
like,
stating like,
bad?
It's like, oh yeah, this is what they went through. It's like, first of all, they're enslaved. Nobody wants to get snatched,
right? Right,
and taken away from their own. And I think that's what they don't really want to talk about, the real raw. And I think maybe if they, we also need to have more Black educators. Yeah, and be open to hiring more. We do have some here in Seattle.
Yeah, we can always have more.
Yeah, but we can always have more, and actually acknowledge like Black history, not just for 1 month.
Yeah, shortest month of the year.
That part, acknowledge it every day, every month. Something, and I think that's what it is. It's like nobody. We get to talk about it, we get to fight for it, but it doesn't get taken more. So I think once we step up more and more, and kind of like knock those doors down.
Yeah.
Because in those kind of like books, like you're talking about bad things that happen to other humans.
Right.
Why we gotta talk about it?
Right.
You know, we should educate on how it's not cool, obviously.
Right.
You know.
Right. And I think you should also tell both sides of the story.
That part.
You know. So it's like, look, if someone was a slave owner, you know, let's acknowledge it's not cool. You know, you think they're a hero because they did this, but let's talk about what they did over here. You know, just like there's, you know, slavery stories out there, but let's talk about the heroes and the people who, you know, dealt with oppression and, you know, and because it reminds you of today.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times the media, the news, they'll put out certain stories where it's like, this person was arrested for this, or, you know, let's bring up something they did 30 years ago, but let's not talk about these programs that they've created and all the lives that they saved and, you know, just, I don't know.
Yeah, it's always bring back one negative.
Right.
They'll bring it back up.
But I like you don't do that with your writing because yours is... No.
I don't
That's
do that.
what's up. So I know you were saying about possibly doing a documentary. Is that something that you're really looking into?
Yeah. I
That would
really,
be so
really,
dope.
really want to do that. And to really like break down everything and have like a one-on-one. I feel like a lot of people like they, you know, when they assume something about you and when they read your story, there's always another side, you know?
Right.
And to like just get more in depth,
Nice.
you know?
So what's holding you back from getting it done?
I got to get the people, man.
All right, what's up? I'm right here.
You right here? Okay.
I'm
I
right
gotta
here.
get the
My man
people.
Jake's over here. What
That's
you
what
wanna
I
do?
want. I got to get the people, and I just want to, you know,
Produce it.
yeah, that's honestly what I need, and have a good person to,
Because
you know.
that's what we do. We stay
I
connected.
see. That's,
You like that?
I like that.
All right,
Good.
man. Yeah, we can put that out there. What would you call it?
That I don't know yet. That's something. So my titles on my book are all based on like things like Smoke and Mirrors is one of the title.
Okay.
You know, so it's like real like things that will relate. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a few in my mind that I'm thinking about. But yeah.
Yeah. Let's get started, man. You know, there's never a bad time to tell your story.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because every day you're living, so it's not like your story's going to end, not until you,
Exactly.
you know, your expiration date.
Yeah.
Right? So you might as well tell that story now. And like we were saying earlier, it can influence, encourage, strengthen someone else's struggles. So that'd be cool. Have
And talk
that.
about like the healing part of it. You know,
Yes.
some people assume, oh, what happened to you after? Or she's still I'm like, no, I'm actually fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so
We're here to tell the story.
yeah.
So what are you working on now? Do you have any books or what?
Yeah.
Let me
Okay.
rewind.
Okay.
Do you work on multiple things at one time, or do you just focus on one project? Like, are you writing 3 books right now, or are you focused on one? Or are you kind of putting together one? Or
The second one I'm putting together. I've been writing.
okay.
I am actually writing for someone right now as we speak.
Oh,
They wanted their own book out, so I'm just like ghostwriting it.
okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
But yeah, now mine is part 2. It's just, you know, I just tend to like want to make sure, because it's like my first book. And I was nervous, I was scared, I didn't even know, you know, the outcome, and I kind of like downplayed it a lot. But now I'm like, no, I'm not gonna downplay it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say and talk about what happened afterwards and other people I met
Okay. Nice.
through my healing process, and just, you know, even before, like add more characters and stuff.
Okay. So
Yeah.
is it going to be a continuation of this book? Or?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
The story continues. The sequel.
Yeah, because nobody knows what happened after.
You can maybe turn that into a movie.
So I was told that by somebody.
You could have
somebody
your daughter
actually presented to me.
Your daughter could play you in the biopic.
Oh,
Right?
you know, I don't know about that.
That's big shoes to fill.
That's well, yeah, maybe. Yeah, she does look like me.
Yeah, but you gotta do more.
But
than
she's
just
more
look like
calm.
the person. Oh,
She's more chill.
Yeah.
She's way opposite of me.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
shout out to her.
Yeah, Faith. And I have a little one, Sosie. So
Okay. Faith and Sosie. Okay. So what else do you have coming up in the next year or a few months or?
So my goal is for the documentary, and I wanted to present it like on a movie screen, not a movie screen, but like on a show and people, and then we have like a panel. That's like my next goal.
Yeah.
Book number 2 coming out. I'm working on that, and I just want to continue, writing for people to help them out.
I like that. I like that. Is there anything you'd like to say to the fans out there, your supporters?
Is that your cue?
Yeah. And go.
And go. Okay. Well, I just, appreciate everybody supporting me. My book is still on Amazon, so help a sister out.
What's it called?
Love, Sex, and Sorrow.
Love, Sex, and Sorrow.
But yeah, so I just appreciate everybody really, supporting me and still, keep me motivated. So yeah.
And one last thing, if someone would like to work with you or just ask you questions, pick your brain, how can they reach you?
You can follow me on Instagram, Love Tigest 25. And I usually, if you DM me, I check it, especially about business. So yeah, anything that will help. And my email is my first name, last name @yahoo.com.
Nice. Thank you, Tigest Beyene.
Oh, good job.
This was, yeah, I'm trying, right? Thank you. This was really cool. Just from us communicating back and forth, it was almost like an old high school friend or someone I knew who, so I was like, all right, you gonna do this day? All right, cool. This works? No. How about this? Da. So that was cool. And then just to hear your story, beyond the book that you wrote, that's amazing. And I know you can inspire a lot of people out there and continue to, just be you. I think that's what resonates with people who meet you and people I've talked to, that she's just such a real person. She's so honest. And, in today's world, I think we can always have more of that. Yeah. Because there's a lot of fake out there, but it's always cool when you can collaborate and meet and work with people who are like-minded and try and do something positive and just live their life. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hey, and thank you guys for watching. As always, it's important to take care of others, but please take time to take care of yourself. Until next time, stay connected. Peace.